How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Mirror Domains. Whoops. I guess I don't need that poster on. Today's kind of a casual movie news day. We're going to be talking about Toy Story 5. And I'm going to say no thanks. I'm going to agree with, the sentiments of a lot of people out there, the outrage. Now, I don't know if it's faux outrage, but it does seem like it's a little bit of an outrage that, we'll be talking about that today. So I'm just setting things up here, guys. I just literally got to set up Chrome and we'll be ready to go. I need time to sit down with my OBS here and make sure that I never have to do that again. And it's just with my arrangement of my scenes and my sources and stuff like that within the actual software. I'll fix that up. Maybe this weekend I'll make that my project. I'll go in and streamline my OBS. It's about time anyway. Okay, let's get into the stories. Let's get into Toy Story. Toy Story. Toy Story? Toy Story, Frozen, and Zootopia sequels in the works, says Bob Iger. And yes, Bob Iger is taking over again from Bob Chapek because I guess things were going badly. And things are still going badly for Disney because they just announced a whole bunch of layoffs. We'll get into all of this story, guys. We are leaning into unrivaled brands, into our unrivaled brands. Okay, we are leaning into our unrivaled brands. So Toy Story is a brand. And they want to cash in because he's all about the money, right? He wants, of course, that's what everybody wants to do. You want to make money doing what their business is, including myself, right? My business is making YouTube videos. On an earnings call, Iger said that, we've got to lean in on our unrivaled brands, which I guess is Frozen, Zootopia, and Toy Story. Zootopia, I guess it's been a long time coming for this, guys. And I got to tell you, my initial impression is I saw the third movie. I never bothered to watch Frozen 2, but apparently that one, 3 years ago already, Frozen 2 came out. Wow. Okay, so there's been a bunch of restructuring going on. Lots of people will be running with that, but let's just focus in on the fun stuff here. Like the business side of stuff of people getting shuffled around. You don't know those executives. You don't know the departments and stuff like that. Doesn't really pay that much attention to us movie fans. No. But Toy Story 5 news getting largely negative reactions from fans. Yes. Negative reactions. Because people haven't been really enjoying it. So I guess MovieWeb here has pulled up a few of the tweets from some people. Frozen 5, Frozen 3, and Zootopia 2 are apparently confirmed now. Animation Twitter thoughts. All horrible ideas, especially Toy Story 5. What else is there to do? Yeah, I think that's the sentiment of a lot of people, right? Because they believe that Toy Story pretty much should have wrapped up with number 3. Toy Story 5 is such a cash grab. 4 films aren't enough. They probably won't let Frozen go for another decade. Zootopia is great, though. So some people like the Zootopia, right? We let Disney slide with Toy Story 4, but now 5, they're pushing it. It's like they're trying to F this series up. They tell about Disney. They just announced Toy Story 4. But, yeah. So, it just got me questioning. February 8th. See you soon, Woody. We are sad, strange little men, and you have my pity. And off we go to number 5, to infinity and beyond. So Our Last Vikings, Tim Allen himself echoes that sentiment. And that Buzz Lightyear movie, that wasn't very well received either, right? 74 by the critics, 84 by the audience. It was too long. There was a couple moments in the third act where I was like, where's this going? Why are we digressing like this much? We don't need to be doing this, guys. Stay focused here, right? That's the way I felt about it. For a kids movie too, and it was supposed to be like this exciting high action adventure kind of thing, and it wasn't. It was boring. For me, it was. It wasn't my yes, I do watch some kids movies from time to time, and I watched this one because I like the premise. It just didn't land with me, and some do. Puss in Boots was lots of fun. Irish Times says there are some striking designs and a few hat tips to 2001, A Space Odyssey, but it all feels a bit perfunctory, like a successful launch that has no destination among the stars or anything else. Yeah. So just looking back at the Toy Story 4, what was that? 97 by the critics, 94 by the audience. So it resonated. That's why we're going to get a Toy Story 4, a Toy Story 5, sorry, because it resonated with fans. Let me just take a look at the box office mojo here for Toy Story 4, and we'll pull that up and see how well it did, how well it fared. 1 billion. So there you go. That's why we're getting a Toy Story 5. All of these people can whine and complain. A $1 billion film, basically, if it makes $1 billion, it's guaranteed that it's going to make a sequel, right? Why in the H are they making a Toy Story 5 when the fourth one was supposed to be it? And the third one was, everyone thought it was over. Well, I think they're just going to, they're going to add more characters, and they're going to evolve past Tom Hanks and Buzz Lightyear, even though they say that's most iconic. Like, how many more adventures can they have? They just have to, or maybe just introduce it to a new kid, and they just keep on going like that. They just got to keep on going, and it'll live forever. And it should. If it's making $1 billion, how could you say no to that? That's the number one reason why we're getting that, guys. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll do a watch along. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so I'm trying to pull up this other article, but I'm just getting inundated with ads on it for some reason. Okay, because I do want to talk a little bit about the Disney Plus losing subscribers, because this big change was supposed to be like fix that, right? And I'll be subscribing back to Disney Plus for March for Mandalorian. Season 3, March 1st, guys. So that's just around the corner. And that's what's going to fill this time slot right now. So we're 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. Normally, this is slotted. It's going to be slotted for series watch-alongs. This is kind of like raw, off-the-cuff movie news today. We'll cover some topics, but normally this is when we would be watching Mandalorian, right? Yeah. So that's what's going to happen there. And yeah, so it apparently is losing subscribers. Well, I don't know. We'll be back to it. God, movie web or screen rant. I don't know what's going on. Like I said pause. I go off the screen, and then I go back up, and it's playing again. What happened to permanent pause? Anyway. On the ads I'm talking about. Why Disney is losing subscribers. People are throwing out some speculation, it looks like. The main reason fueling the mass loss of decline is in international subscribers. So internationally it's losing subscribers, which is the version of streaming service available in India and Southeast Asia. Well, because also those countries tend to, well, not India so much, but Southeast Asia, they tend to be very sensitive about certain subjects. So I can understand that. A. Weaver says more movies and more money, new characters and new merch equals more money. Yeah, A. Weaver, you're exactly right about the Toy Story stuff. Byford the Hobbit says, hey, in the live chat. So the Disney Plus stuff, they're trying to roll out these other plans where it's kind of like, well, you can get ads in it and stuff too. I don't know if we got that for international number. I'll check it when I sign up again here towards the end of the month. Here I'm going to sign back up for Disney Plus, and we'll get underway for Mandalorian there and the beginning of March, and we'll do fun stuff like we'll go back and finish watching episodes 5 and 6 for Loki. I may watch Hawkeye while I still got it up there, because I do like Haley Steinfeld, and I want to give that series some respect. Well, we'll do fun things. We'll go back and maybe watch some MCU movies as well for franchise movie day. Although I'm not going to watch all of them. There will be some films that I'll skip over for the franchise movie day. We'll have fun with that. Yeah. Big loss for subscribers. I wouldn't read, too much into that. Disney Plus is going to be one of the more stable ones that can, because it's got the money that it can endure hits, ups and downs, right? There's smaller ones like a Shutter. I don't know if it could handle those ups and downs quite like that, right? Um, I'd like to see another Cars movie and another Finding Nemo, says Our Glass Vikings. Okay. Byford the Hobbit says the biggest reason Disney is losing subscribers is because they are making movies with no emotions. They rely on too much CGI and effects. And I think that's a good call there, Byford. I think that's what Lightyear's problem was. Was that, yeah, you didn't, like the trailer made it look like there was going to be some emotional stakes there. Because he aged past his partner and stuff, right? Because of him going into a time loop kind of thing. And I thought they would play more into that, but they don't. It kind of gets left on the table, and then it's just about him trying to. Oh yeah, it is, and it's too much on CGI and effects, and they're getting away from the story aspects of it. And that's why probably like they're not in standing anymore for winning animation awards because Guillermo del Toro comes along with Pinocchio and knocks us out of the park, right? With story, with heartfelt story. Like he turned, he amplified Geppetto's angle on it, and it really resonated. At least for me, it did. All right, enough of the Toy Story stuff. Let's get into Super Mario Bros. Poster teases Chris Pratt's hero becomes his boss self. Okay, so we got a new poster to look at here. It's not too much. There it is. It's just him kind of bouncing through. I guess these are like they're explaining these as challenging courses to level up your skills within the movie. We're going to see him run, I think maybe one or two of them, to sharpen his abilities to fight Bowser or and stuff like that. So as a poster, yeah, that's very iconic Mario. I'm looking very forward to this one. I sure am. April 7th. April 7th. So still a couple months away. Super Mario poster. I wouldn't be shocked this weekend if we got another teaser for it. Because it's Super Bowl Sunday. And Sunday, guys, I'm going to say this again tomorrow. I'm just going to leave the camera and leave my studio set up like this so that if a trailer drops or any big new trailer drops, we'll be doing trailer reactions all that day, guys. And it's going to be very raw. It's going to be quick thumbnails. I'll try to maybe embellish them a little bit later on. But I just want to get them up as quickly as possible and see if I can capitalize on that stuff. And maybe I'll even write some pre-scripts. Yeah, so I can just copy and paste metadata into the description boxes for them and just have them up as quickly as they drop. Because they're going to be dropping all throughout the game and maybe even before. So, yeah, we'll be doing that. Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Looking out for all of those cool trailers. Okay. This caught my eye today, and let's talk about this because I think we may even talk about this on the Horror Weekly Roundup too. The Backrooms, why the movie might be the next viral horror movie. Yeah, Backrooms. Have you guys watched this little short of Backrooms? I watched it this morning, actually, the first one. I guess there's more installments of it. I watched the first 9-minute video one, and I thought it was very creepy. I heard about this when it first came out. I just never bothered watching it. It definitely is a very creepy premise, and I guess we're gonna get a movie, which is hey, that's inspiring that you can make a small little short video on YouTube, and you're like a visual effects kind of guy, and hey, it gets picked up and they want to make a big movie out of it. Now. This article goes on to explain, well, it doesn't have a whole lot of like narrative that they could go into with it. No, I haven't seen this installment, but it is creepy that it's kind of like this, not warehouse, but it's kind of like office building kind of setup where it's just endless rooms, right? And the creator says what makes it scary is that you don't know what's around the next corner, right? And it feels like, well, it just goes on and on and on and on, which, through corners and stuff like that, and kind of changes environments. I'm not going to do a reaction to it, but it is a very creepy premise, and yeah, you don't know what's exactly lurking around this corner, right around the corners, and it just seems like you can get lost in these endless turns and rooms. That is very creepy. It's very eerie. Um, I myself have dreams of like not like that, but like of a basement that just keeps on going on and on and on, right? Like a cellar kind of thing, which is kind of creepy too. Um, Basements. I've always had a weird thing about basements. A Weaver says, if you haven't seen it, check out the Mario Kart trailer with Pedro Pascal's SNL episode. They give it the Last of Us treatment. Very cute. Looks better than the real Mario movie. Really? Okay, I'll check that out. Enjoy the rush, James. Looking forward to it. Let's go Eagles. Yeah, I'm hoping Eagles win. I don't want Mahomes. Enough with, because Mahomes beat my Bills a couple times, and it's just beefs, right? Chris Schober says, "In this, is this the Backroom movie? Have a release date yet?" Well, not that they have announced yet. I don't think. Maybe by Saturday I can find a little bit more information on it. But they said, what would it be about? I guess they would have to come up with a backstory for it, and I guess this must be on the website too, right? Whereas the horror RGs, they said like some other company, some shady government organization has made this, has opened up a portal to some place where these rooms just continue to go on and on. Backrooms has closely identified itself with the liminal space phenomenon. Simply looking at an empty hallway. Yeah. So it could be like anything, really, right? Like a weird dimension where it's endless, and there is some kind of monster in there too. We've seen that in that short, right? That there's some kind of monster that lurks those halls. It's kind of like that digital monster that in VHS, and actually, that's exactly what this feels like. Back rooms. Feels like it was an episode of like those VHS movies. That's exactly what it feels like, and I dug that, right? Very creepy. I dug the tone. How do you stretch that into a full length feature? If you make it short, guys, make it like an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes at the most. Just a small, quick little confined story, because you can't run this scenario for 90 minutes. It's you got to have something else in there. I would almost tie it back into this. Make the lore expand beyond the movie theater into the streaming first movie as well. There's something really creepy in there, like the monster that you see is actually a version of him from a different reality or something like that, right? Really creepy. Yeah, there's stuff that you could do with it. There's stuff that you can do with it for sure. And it is a creepy premise. So I don't see any release date here on it yet. Details surrounding the upcoming Backrooms films are still yet to come. However, we can confidently suggest that the Backrooms might be the next viral horror sensation. Yeah. So we'll be looking out for that. What is this? What horror RGs could be the next from Adult Swim? I don't know what the heck that is. Okay. Well, there. Backrooms. Did you check it out? I'm not going to do a reaction to it, because it is just him kind of like wandering around. But if you go over to that YouTube channel, Kane Pixels, 2 million subscribers, I guess there are some more installments of it. So I'll check those out. I'll go through some of those. Yeah, 44 million views the first one got, right? Wow. So it definitely intrigued people. There's more installments of it. So yeah, maybe I need to check this out. That's why there's 44 million people watched the first one. There's definitely, it's the idea itself, right? Very eerie. What's next? The Rock stares down the Krampus in the latest look at the red one. So Okay, I guess it's not going to be all just about shopping malls and fighting for a gift with Chris Evans. There's going to be a Krampus. You can just see his body, his torso here. I don't think this is his face. I think this is his pectoral muscle. This is his arm. Much taller than The Rock. I don't know what's going on here in the background. This character here seems like he's a little weird looking. Yeah. So he's like in another universe or something? I don't know. Krampus. Oh yeah, and there's some other horned guy behind him. Okay. Christmas mythology is scary, he says. The Rock. This is Krampus. Yep, that's a torso, and this is a big problem. So it's going to be fantastical, huh? Yeah, so that's a twist on the red one because it just showed them in a bright mall. J.K. Simmons is playing Santa Claus, and it looks like these two are just going to be jarring for, a toy that their kid really wants, kind of thing. But like, yeah, Krampus, really weird, really weird, huh? Can't wait for a trailer for that one. This red one comes out this December, right? Red one, yeah. Time out for 2023. There's no release date, but they're eyeing for 2023. Okay. Chris Schober says, I can't wait for the horror movie Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And they already really date the Winnie the Pooh 2 horror movie in the development and isn't. Yeah, we talked about that the other day, that they're going to give more money for Blood and Honey 2. But I mean, that's a given because the first one only cost like $15,000 or something like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, it was very low budget. I know that they're releasing it this month in theaters again. I checked my listings. Again, I'm going to have to wait until the actual theaters may or may not bring it in. I don't know. If they do, I'll go check it out. If they don't, well, it is. I'll wait for streaming. Glass says, I watched Violent Night last night for the first time and totally agree with your review, James. I struggled to get through the first half. Yeah, Violent Night. I know that a lot of people like Violent Night. Let's pull up Violent Night. Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, let's pull that up. A lot of people had fun with it. I really like the trailers, and I like David Harbour. I like the premise, but it was just long. An hour and 52 minutes. Again, this is a movie that if it was cut down and it was fast, like an hour and 30 minutes, 90 minutes were in and out of the theater like that, I would have, like, there's a lot of stuff there that could have been cut out easily of like just him sitting in an attic waiting for something to happen. Totally took the wind out of the film. But people liked it, and we're going to get a Violent Night too. And I hope it resonates with me a little bit more. I did like John Leguizamo as the bad guy. I thought it was cool, and I liked the lore that they were trying to add, talking about Krampus or Christmas movies and their lore, like the background to Kris Kringle and him fighting wars and stuff like that. I like that angle. I liked what they were doing there. So I hope they embellish and develop that a little bit more for the sequel. What's next? Creed 3. Creed 3 has a new poster out for its IMAX release. Creed 3 poster teases Michael B. Jordan's return in an IMAX poster. So let's blow that up a little bit, James. I'm slowly starting to get hyped for this. March 3rd. I really am. And you know what's really going to happen? This is a really good release date for Creed 3 because everybody's going to go out and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania next week. And they're going to see Jonathan Majors. And they're going to be like, well, we heard from the early buzz that people are just like, yeah, Jonathan Majors as Kang is going to be cool. And then just like 2 weeks later, we get Creed 3 with Jonathan Majors playing the bad guy in that one too. So like Jonathan Majors, his stock is just going to go whoosh through the roof, and it's well earned because he's a good actor, and I'm looking forward for both of these movies. Creed 3, yeah. I hear that it's going to be like dark, really dark and foreboding. All right. Yesterday there was a trailer that dropped for a movie called Paint with Owen Wilson. And it's about kind of like him in that Bob Ross kind of role. Let's check out this trailer. Oh, I'll switch over the audio, James, so you guys can hear. There we go.
It's hard not to feel a little lost as we begin. Let's just take it all in.
A happy
When's the
little
last
tree.
time you heard someone say something that interesting? There is nothing like having the one you hold dearest, nearest, when the world turns cold. Thanks for going to a special place with me.
Okay, so they're
Dargle.
they're really making the Bob Ross
I'm always
comparisons with
moving
that, right?
forward, just on to the next.
Don't let fame bring out the worst in you.
I want to taste the cheese.
How is everything?
I want to taste the cheese. What?
Hi, friends, and welcome to Paint with Ambrosia.
It takes paint to a whole new place.
Yeah, and I heard this. Somebody else comes in and steals his thunder.
You're entitled to your favorite TV show. It's what makes this country great.
Okay. Paint.
Do you want to touch my sandals?
Oh, Carl.
What? Touch my sandals? Was that supposed to be... Wait. What? Coming soon. Was that supposed to win us over? What the heck was that? Paint. Britt McAdams directs. Was that a good trailer? I don't know. It didn't win me over. Let's just see what some people are saying down here. Let's see what the comments said. They better not disrespect Bob Ross. The man was a legend, a mentor, a teacher. Yeah, he taught me how to paint, right? And a hero to many people. His name in life deserves massive amounts of respect to be put on it. Yeah. When I was a kid, Bob Ross inspired me to take painting lessons. Yeah. So the Bob Ross fans that are out there are coming out to some defense here. Bob Ross is the best thing that paint ever touched. Yeah, he's just one of those people that when you like a small YouTube clip of him painting or something is on, and he just sucks you in by the way that he's talking and stuff. And I don't know if Owen Wilson is like, obviously with the hair there, and they're trying to emulate that. So as long as they don't go over the top and like make him like a weirdo, which it sort of feels like maybe they're trying to do. I don't know. Arglass says, I like the vibe of this, but I'd have to watch Paint at home or else I'd fall asleep at the theater. It's very chilled out. Yeah, like you need some kind of other thing in there to make you go, yeah, I want to watch this movie. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Was this supposed to be a comedy? Like the girl wanting to smell his sandals or something? Was that supposed to be comedy? Yeah. I honestly don't understand how some of these movies get made, but maybe it's a good script. Maybe it is, A. Weaver. Again, hey, these movies do get made. I got no problem with them. It's just that, does this scream, sort of like what Artglass said there, does it scream like you need to go out to the theater to see this movie? This looks like it's more suited, sadly, I hate to say it, but for a streaming service. And that should not be a negative thing, right? It shouldn't be a negative thing, but lots of people still think of it as one. But, you know, Glass Onion was meant for the streaming service, and look how much fun we had with that, right? Yeah, Paint. When does it come out? February, no, does it give us a release date? It just says coming soon. Okay. All right. Well, all right. We saw that. Let's take a look at another trailer here for Ben Affleck.
1984 has...
Whoops. You guys need to turn that on. For something called Air. Air.
It's been a tough year. Our sales are down. Our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in
Matt
here
Damon.
to grow the basketball business.
Ben Affleck. Okay. Amazon
People don't know what
Studios.
the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing
Was that
cool
Chris
about
Tucker?
Nike.
Cool, man.
You would have to have a
I like
pretty
Chris Tucker.
compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
From director Ben Affleck. Oh, he directed
This
this
is where
one.
you come up with a brilliant idea that no one else can see. Let's hear it.
Air Jordans? Is that what this is about?
I got it.
The guy who...
Who's that? Jesus? Can't afford it.
I'm willing
Michael
to
Jordan?
bet my career on one guy. My name's Sonny Vaccaro. I'm with Nike.
Do you typically make it a habit of showing up at people's
Viola
front doors
Davis?
unannounced?
I don't like to take no for an answer. Oh, man. Here we go. You ask
This
me what I
spring.
do here. This is what I do. I find you players, and I feel it this time. Yeah, okay, it's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. Don't change that now.
For a rookie?
Yes.
Who's never set foot on an NBA court.
That's the literal definition of rookie. Yeah.
What's the
Before
plan?
he was in like...
We build a shoe line around just him. I need
All
the
right.
greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Is that what really happened?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Okay. All right. So it's just music. Whoops. Jason Bateman. And Chris Tucker. Good. And Viola Davis.
Story is gonna make us want to fly. But the
Okay.
Until my
The shoe
son's
is just a
15.
shoe. Air. Courting a Legend. Directed by Ben Affleck.
Air Jordan.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Maybe it'll grow on me.
Okay. Exclusively in theaters April 5th. Yeah. Okay. Is that what really happened with the shoes? This has got to be one of the most interesting ensemble casts. This has to be one of the most interesting ensemble cast in years. Recent years, says Sweet Karma. Viola Davis says Michael B. Jordan is a wild casting choice. Okay. It is. And I dig that. I'll hit the thumbs up on that one. Nothing like watching a random new movie trailer just to find out this has potential to be amazing. It does. First of all, happy to see Chris Tucker doing movies again. I hope that there's going to be Rush Hour 4. Me too. I hope that there's going to be Rush Hour 4. But I also love it when Ben and Matt play together, which only means this movie will be a banger. Okay, so people are digging it. April 5th. A. Weaver says, I honestly don't understand how some of... Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was from the last one. Okay, well, I kind of like that trailer. That was interesting. Yeah. Yay, a feel-good movie about overpriced shoes. And maybe it's a good script. Of course it is. Now, did I ever own a pair of Air Jordans? I don't think so. I owned a pair of the pump shoes, though. Those weren't Air Jordans, though, right? You got where you pump up the on the tongue of the shoe. I had a pair of those once. I was a Reebok guy growing up. I was mostly Reebok. And then, of course, I evolved out of wearing shoes like that. But, yeah, I just don't wear sneakers or runners anymore. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll go back to it. But if I did, I'd probably go back to Reebok. I don't know. I haven't set foot in a Foot Locker in ages. All right. I own 100 pairs of Air Jordans, Bifer says. Oh, really? So you found them very comfortable, did you, Bifer? And yeah, there are people that do collect them, right? So that'll be interesting. Artglass says this Air movie will be great accompaniment to Last Dance movie. Michael Jordan was established already, I thought, though. Yeah, I thought he had already been established when they came out with the Air Jordan stuff. Like it sounded like the way that the movie made it sound is like it was the shoe was there before he got big, and he wasn't big because of the shoe. He was big because of his skill, just his talent on the court, right? Yeah. All right, what's next? Danielle Pennebaker's Flash 9 role confirms major fan theory. Reebok pump you had, James? I think so. How many feet do you have, Viper? Yeah, E. Weaver asks. Danielle Pennebaker's Flash Season 9 role confirms major fan theory. Do you guys like Danielle Pennebaker? I do. So she's going to be in... I guess if you were into her, Danielle Panabaker is playing a new character in this. But yeah, I went to look at it and it's like video not there, and then goes into some speculation. But it got me thinking because there's a movie that I want to watch with you guys. I'm going to put it in the retro movie polls soon, and that's Mr. Brooks. She's in Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner and William Hurt, where he plays like a serial killer. I love this movie, and I just learned that it's going to be on Amazon Prime. So when I sign back up for Prime, we're going to watch Mr. Brooks, and she's in that. Danielle Panabaker. This is a movie that I always wished that they would have made a sequel to, but I guess they can't now with William Hurt being passed on. That would be very hard to do, because they did open the door to suggest that something could happen. If you haven't seen that movie, I guess I don't really want to spoil it. But I like this movie quite a bit. And I hope that we can do a watch along with you guys for this one. Yeah, it says watch on Prime Video there. Because when I pull up Prime, there it is right there, Mr. Brooks. It's a really weird movie too, when because it's like he's a serial killer that goes to like AA meetings to try to curb his lust for killing people, and then somebody discovers and finds out who he is and tries to blackmail him to take him along on his next kill. And it's kind of like really weird. He talks to like his imaginary friend who is William Hurt. It's a really funky movie, man. Mr. Brooks. And he's like being chased by Demi Moore, who's a cop. So when I sign back up for that, we'll watch that movie. Danielle Panabaker, as I said, she's good in that. She really is. Okay, guys, it just so happens that this Friday there's going to be The Last of Us Episode 5 dropping. So Saturday morning, we're going to have to adjust the schedule there a little bit. I'm going to be adding Last of Us Episode 5 for Saturday morning. And it's going to be a gauge on how long, how much movie news there is. If we may bump the horror movie news to Sunday morning, but if we can fit in both, we will. So we have that movie coming up on the afternoon anyway too, right? Elsewhere on the channel you can find out After Yang is up there. We just watched Scream 2 yesterday. We had fun with that. And later on today we have our retro movie, Total Recall, The Fifth Element, and Starship Troopers were up there in the polls. And I think as of right now, well, it looks like it's going to be Total Recall that's going to win. So I'm just pulling up the community tab, and I think it was, well, that's for this weekend. Yeah, Total Recall 47%. So it looks like we're going to be watching Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going to have to have my hand over the sensory button though when they go into Venusville. Because baby, you make me wish I had 3 hands. Yeah. Two Verhoeven movies on the poll. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we were going to pick a movie that would be fun. Because last week we had a bunch of horror movies in there, and we're going to have lots of fun with Total Recall. Yeah, 47%. We're going to be watching. So over the lunch break here, I'm going to update the thumbnail and post for 1 p.m. The movie. Watch along. Yeah. Piper to Hoppin makes a... I see that... Yeah, we're going to have lots of fun with that. A few scenes I think I'll have to be very careful to dance around. Even though it's not really nudity, it's kind of like prosthetic nudity, I suppose. But just in case, I know I'm very knowledgeable about that movie. And of course, there on Saturday, guys, we got our horror movie poll up for this Saturday, and it looks like we're going to be watching Viking Wolf. So far, 45%. Conjuring 3 has been up there for 2 weeks, and people are just like, nah, let's not watch Conjuring. Ninth Gate will still hang in there if we watch Viking Wolf. But it looks like we're going to watch that Norwegian werewolf movie, Viking Wolf, so far for Saturday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So go and vote on those polls. And yeah, that's what you're going to see here on Mirror Domains. So as I said, I'll adjust the schedule when I get the sense Saturday morning. But if worst comes to worst, the Horror Weekly will get shifted to Sunday. That's fine, because I'll need the studio set up anyway for trailer reactions for that day anyway. Okay. And then there's next week. Next week, I want to just kind of give you a snapshot as to what's going to happen next week, because Monday's slot will be open. And I was just perusing Netflix for rom-coms. Something we can watch on Monday and maybe even Tuesday. I may bump our catch-up day just to cash in on some romantic movies in the season for, Valentine's Day. And I was just perusing through some of these and trying to think of maybe some good ideas. Wedding Crashers. That one would be kind of fun. Even though, yeah, well, Owen Wilson, maybe that's a possibility. You guys, let me know some suggestions, and maybe we can watch one of these if it's not too racy. Like, yeah, what did they put that under raunchy comedies, right? Wedding Crashers. Call me Kitty Cat. The Wrong Missy. You really want to watch The Wrong Missy? As much as I like her, Lauren Lapkus, I didn't really have that much fun with that one. Maybe About Time. What is that? Oh, Domhnall Gleeson. About Time. That's a rom-com? Maybe we can watch that one. Pompeii was not a rom-com. Ooh. Beautiful Creatures. I guess that is sort of a rom-com. I really like Beautiful Creatures, and I would like to have that one solidified in the annals of our catalog here. Maybe Beautiful Creatures could be one. Yeah. Because I like the dark nature of it, too. The Vow, I like that one. Even though it's kind of a tearjerker, I suppose. So is The Discovery. That's really a rom-com, The Discovery. That one's a really good one, too. I like that one. And that has Rooney Mara in it. I love Just Like Heaven. Did we pass over Just Like Heaven? Maybe I did. Cold Mountain. That's not really a comedy. That's a romantic movie. It is, sort of. A bit more of it. Oh, maybe that's what we could do. We could do a comedy one and then more of like a dramatic one. And if we did a dramatic one, then yeah, Beautiful Creatures would crawl into that one. That one's got a great soundtrack too. I don't really want to get into The Notebook or anything like that. Yeah, maybe I'll scan through these and we'll find one in there. Brooklyn. That one was good too. Bridget Jones. Not really. Just Like Heaven, you say, huh? Let's see. Oh, with Napoleon Dynamite? Oh, and that's Reese Witherspoon, too. When a heartbroken architect moves into a new apartment, he clashes with the previous tenant's spirit, which lingers behind. Really? Huh. Well, A. Weaver, I think you might just found one for us there. We might watch that one. Okay. Yeah, let me just take a note here. because I don't think I've seen this one, but I do like the premise. And is that Mark Ruffalo? Fascinating. Okay, so I'll write down Just Like Heaven. And I'll write down Beautiful Creatures. Okay, Beautiful Creatures and Just Like Heaven is on my list for next week, guys. We'll watch those two in spirit of Valentine's Day and romance. Actually, they got a couple of Reese Witherspoon movies here. Fascinating. And then we'll change it up. Maybe we'll watch Spawn. No, we will not watch Spawn. Especially that horrible CGI monster at the end. We're just, yeah, we can't endure that. Joey King makes the best rom-com, says Byford to Hobbit. I couldn't get through the Kissing Booth movies. As much as I like Joey King, they were kind of made for TV-ish for me. A. Weaver says Lady Chatterley's Lover is great, but too hot for a watch-along, and definitely not a comedy. Just very romantic if you guys are interested. That was Art Glass' idea, by the way, Just Like Heaven. Oh, was it? Oh. Art Glass said that. Sorry, I misread that one. Just Like Heaven, huh? But yeah, we'll take a look at that one. Why not? Unless something else comes up that's more romantic. But yeah. Just in the spirit of Valentine's Day and stuff like that. All right. We're having a nice little show here, and I didn't think that we would have this much material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the old Twitterverse, see what's going on out there, and yeah, that'll probably round us out for the first hour here, and then we'll take some lunch, come back and watch Total Recall at 1 p.m. Quaid, Free Mars. All right. Why is this taking forever? Reddit seems to take a long time to pull itself up. And I guess Twitter went down yesterday at some point too or something, right? I heard. Let's just see if I missed anything here. Official poster for Paint. Owen Wilson. Okay. Yeah. You want to hang that on your wall? Chris Schober says you should do watch-alongs for the Twilight Saga. The thing with that, though, is that I would get the fans from the Twilight franchise, but I don't know if that would mess up the YouTube algorithm. Well, yeah, because I was on Team Jacob, and I lost. We lost. Fake Kiss, yeah, we saw that yesterday. I hope you guys went and saw my little video that I did about Jonah Hill's fake kiss with CGI. And I now more than ever believe that that was a fake kiss. Luther, the official poster. You know, there was a trailer out for this too, right? For Luther, Idris Elba. New trailer for Air. New Mario poster. Yeah, we've seen that. Strays. Yeah, that trailer dropped yesterday. I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was like the Red Band trailer, so it was a lot of swearing. And even in that like 10-second clip that I published yesterday, there was like 3 F-bombs in it or something that I had to censor, but I liked it. I liked the way that movie looked with the talking dogs, dropping swear words and stuff like that. Strays, oddly enough, I think that one's going to be lots of fun. Ordinary People, Sicario, new poster for Strays, Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, new post teaser for Paint. Yeah, I'm not seeing much there. You season 4. Austin Butler is a SAG-BAFTA Oscar nomination for his performance in Elvis. Okay. The upcoming Peter Pan-inspired horror movie will feature a heavily obese Tinkerbell who's recovering from drugs. Seriously? Yeah, because Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey had so much success. It's the same team that's doing that, right? That's making the Peter Pan one and Bambi. Bambi horror movies with the goal of creating a cinematic universe. A fat Tinkerbell who's recovering from drugs. Oh, okay. I guess that solidifies it. I need to put a little bit more effort in finding a copy of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Disney has announced Toy Story 5. Yeah, we talked about that at the start of the show. Zootopia is in the works. More Frozen. Yeah, too much pixie dust for Tink. Oh, E. Weaver says, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the angle that they're going to play, right? I like the more story of her falling in love with Peter Pan, though. I like that story. And they couldn't be together because she's so small and stuff like that. I wish they played that up a little bit more. I like that story. Because there's tragedy, right? Broadway hit Mean Girls. Steven Soderbergh says that the Russo brothers asked him to say nice things about them to Kevin Feige so he could land Captain America Winter Soldier. Oh, the Russo brothers asked Steven Soderbergh to talk to Kevin Feige so they could direct Winter Soldier? Fascinating. Barry Keoghan and Jacob Elordi. Saltburn, described as a similar in tone to the talented Mr. Ripley. It follows a college student, Keoghan, who develops an obsession for his affluent classmate. Okay. Well, he's a good actor. Banshees of Inisherin was great. Jacob Elordi. Fascinating. He was a name that people are bouting around for the new Superman. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Jonathan Majors says that his inspiration for Kang was Heath Ledger's Joker, right? He cites Heath Ledger's take on the Joker as a major acting inspiration. First of all, he's gorgeous. He's got the effing jawline, and he didn't give an F. He threw his body around. He was so full, and I went, I'm coming for that. I'm inspired. Yeah, well, Heath Ledger's is one of those Hollywood deaths where I'm just like, damn, I wish that didn't happen, because he had such a great talent. All right, I think that's it for me today, guys. I'm going to take an early lunch and set those thumbnails up for Total Recall in just an hour, guys. Just over an hour. Thank you very much for joining me today. Yeah, it was a little bit raw today. It was a little bit... we'll do our more formal show tomorrow, and we got the bar here on the side and stuff like that. And, yeah. Looking forward to it. So, I'll see you guys in an hour. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe. And I will see you next time on Mirror Domains for more movie news and more movie watch-alongs. Yeah.